Hello, welcome to another Fingernail Fixer video. In this video, I'm going to share with you my signature holiday design, which is holly. Using your favorite gel polish, go ahead and add 2 layers of color to the nail, curing each layer. In this case, I'm going to use C&D Shellac Luxe in Chandelier. You can then add top coat and cure so that your color is protected should you make any mistakes with your design. For hand painting, I like to use the Wildflowers butter paints, and I also like to use a small set of detail brushes from Atwood. To create the holly leaves, it's really helpful to place dots that will be the center part of the body of the holly leaf. That center part of the body just gives you an idea for placement. It's a lot easier to wipe off a dot if you're not happy with the placement than to wipe off the entire leaf. If you're really good at drawing, you could go ahead and just go in and draw the holly leaf plainly without worrying about making the dots. If you don't consider yourself really that great at hand painting, making the dots will give you a starting point and help with balance. Just so you are aware, this video has been sped up by time and a half so that you're not sitting through the process of hand painting quite as slowly as I tend to do it personally. Hand painting is something that everyone has their own speed. So if you're very quick at it, you wouldn't need to charge as much. However, if you're very slow at it, like I am, because of your meticulous or because you're not an amazing artist, you want to make sure that you're charging for your time when you're doing a more time-consuming design. As you can see, I'm just pulling the paint from those dots and manipulating it into place to create the points of those leaves. If you have any points that you're not satisfied with, you can use a detailing tool or stylus to go in and sharpen up the points. Then you could come back in with your paint if you needed to touch up any spots that you got a little overzealous with your cleanup tool. Once you're satisfied with the leaves, you could go in and apply the berries. You can use a dotting tool or stylus, or you can use a small detail brush, whichever is the easiest for you. I like to go ahead and use a detail brush so that the holly berries aren't perfect circles. And I also used Wildflowers butter paint for this part of the look. Next, I'm going to use some black paint and a small striping brush shaped detail brush. This is what's going to give me really thin lines. And the idea of outline is you don't have to outline every single piece of it with exactly the same line. So you'll notice that parts of my line are really wispy, parts of my line are a little more noticeable, and in some spots the paint doesn't even deposit and leave a line. So this gives a more realistic outline, which also kind of gives you some depth because it gives the look of shadowing. And if you ever look at leaves in real life, they don't look perfectly outlined in black. They have some shadowing that create different colors on the edges. So by being gentle with your detail brush and giving it hardly any swipe of the black, you get a better look to the outline. Do the same thing with the berries. You don't have to outline the entire berry, just outline maybe half or a third of the berry to give the illusion of the outline. Once you're finished creating your holly design, you'll want to make sure that you allow the paint you've used sufficient time to dry, and then you can apply your gel polish top coat. In this case, I'm using C&D Shellac Express 5. A nice even top coat, perfectly cured, wiped down with 99% isopropyl alcohol, protects your design and gives your client that look for their entire wear time. In this video, I used C&D Shellac Luxe and Chandelier. Please click thumbs up and subscribe to be the first to know about new videos.